Good to see you. Good, all right? Good.
Coach, after the Cleveland game, just some of the things that you guys watched on film that you need to improve before you get into tonight's action?
Sense of urgency coming out with that mentality to start.
When you're playing a team like the Clippers that do a lot of switching on defense and they really do it seamlessly, what kind of challenge is that to what you want to do offensively?
They're a good team, well coached. They're playing well. Been playing well pretty much all season. One of the better teams in this league. They can play multiple styles defensively, and their switching definitely presents some challenges because they're all they have size throughout, and they're all strong and physical. So it boils down to how fast you can get into your actions and being able to get to touch the paint, kick out, drive, kick. That helps negate some of the switching.
They've been a good offense in the half court all season. You guys have been a really good defense in the half court all season. What are just some of the things you're focused on in that kind of battle tonight?
It's really about making them take extremely difficult shots, contesting everything, not allowing them to get easy rhythm shots. Whether that's at the rim or at the 3-point line.
And Harden listed as questionable. Just how does he change the dynamic of their team, when he's in there?
Well, you guys have seen since they've gotten him and they've figured out their rotations, they took off. He has the ball in his hands. He's unselfish. He's making, the right play over and over again, and he's creating quality shots for his teammates.
Willie, I was curious with what the Clippers showed yesterday, not having either one of their primary point guards for the first time in a while, and how they were able to move the ball, they were able to get shots. Like, you got a team that you got a lot of guys who need to touch the ball, but they do a great job passing it and just creating opportunities for each other. Like, what was that process like to this season, but especially over your time here overall, like get all of Zion, Brandon, CJ, and everybody else the comfort to move the ball and be comfortable with that kind of an offense?
Yeah, all those guys are naturally unselfish basketball players that understand how important it is to make the next best play. Sometimes that is the best quality shot is for them to shoot, but a lot of times it's just swinging it. And it's something that we know when you can play that style, when you can be a high assist team, when you can trust each other offensively, it yields a great opportunity to play in the postseason. And so continuing to show it, continue to talk about it, continuing to work on it, and to our guys' credit, they've bought into it.
You and the Clippers are 4-5. Could be potential matchups in the playoffs. I think you're on the 2-1 lead right now in the series. What does this game mean for both teams?
Well, it definitely is it's a game that is going to decide who has the overall who wins the matchup in terms of either it's going to be tied 2-2 or we can go up 3-1. So it's an important game, as teams are starting to fight for position, and you just want to win as many games as you can coming down the stretch, and this will be another good test for us.
Coach, teams are getting a lot of attempts against you from three, but yet you're the best three-point field goal defense in the league. What is it about your defense that allows you to do that?
Trying to force teams to shoot contested shots, keep them out of our paint. When we're in rotations, it's more difficult to contest three-point shots. But when we can be shifted, loaded early, now as a driver's come in and they kick it, it's just a one-way closeout. It allows us to contest shots at a high rate, and so those are some of the things that we focus on. But overall, it's the effort, it's the mentality that we're going to stop teams from getting to the paint and getting to the rim, but we're going to contest their shots at a high rate.
Willie, CJ's been one of your most consistent performers all year, but of late he's been a little bit quieter. Yeah. I know I don't probably have to tell you, but it's awfully impressive to see that the team is 19-2 when he scores 20 or more points. So not only how important is it to get him going, but how can you get him going?
Yeah, it's extremely important for CJ to have a really good performance. Like you said, he's pretty consistent throughout the season. He's had a few games of late where, it hasn't been his best shooting. But he'll get it going, and we'll make sure that we try to put him in positions on the floor to have more success, run a couple plays, calls that can get him going.
Hey, Coach, the physicality of your game has seemed to increase since All-Star break. How is your team handling that, and what's your message to your squad?
Continue to be us. I don't think that this is a major adjustment for us in terms of being the physical team, but it's probably more of an adjustment of when teams are physical, how do we negate that? And we try to negate it with our speed, with our passing ability, with our 0.5 mentality offensively. So we want to be a physical team, but now other teams can be physical as well, and that's where you want to continue to watch it on film and work on it in practice.
All right, thanks.
Okay, thank you.
Appreciate it.